Welcome back, it's Doug MPA. So this is number 22 of my compilation of women on TikTok who regret their student loans. And these women are going to keep going to these high-priced institutions to get degrees that nobody cares about, to get jobs that aren't going to make them any money. These women are going to be hopelessly in debt. And like I say on all my student loan debt videos, do not get with a woman with a whole bunch of debt. Don't do it. It's not your problem. A woman's debt should be a disqualified for consideration for serious relationship or marriage. Don't do it. So we're going to see what's going on with these three women and the student loan debt. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. Let's get into this.
You want to know what's so funny? I posted a video the other day talking about the fact that I'm 26 years old and I'm in $95,487.73 worth.
Wait, so just getting started. $95,487 worth of debt, and she's 26 years old. And she's a nurse. Red flags, guys. Run far away.
Worth of debt, majority of that being student loans, and the response from people is just absolutely wild. And I'm sitting here responding to comments of people shaming me, and they're trying to wonder how it even got to this point. They're trying to put me down, saying I'm never going to pay it off. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I went to school, did what I had to do to become a nurse to help people, and people were shaming me for doing that.
So first off, what'd you post on social media for? You didn't have to do that. Why do these women think they can post whatever they want and expect not to get any negative feedback? And then, second to that, you're probably not going to pay your student loans off because most of these women don't pay their student loan debt off. They're hoping for some kind of forgiveness, or they're hoping for a guy like you guys to come in and save them. How many student loan debt stories, I think a couple by now that you've seen, where a woman's able to pay off her student loans because she finds a guy who's willing to pay the bills while she's paying off on her student loans? That's what she's hoping for. And she's pretty. She could probably get some simp to help her pay her student loans.
I went to school to get a career where I can better people's lives, save lives, and I'm being shamed for the way that I had to do it. I put myself in a financial burden to go get a degree, to help people, to save lives, to better people's lives. And I'm being shamed for the way that I had to do it because I didn't have mommy and daddy paying for my college.
But you didn't go to a state school, I guarantee that. You didn't choose the cheapest option. There are other ways to get a nursing degree without putting yourself $95,000 in debt. That's what they're shaming you for.
I had to take out student loans. You don't even realize how bad student loans can get, because in the moment when tuition is due, all you're thinking about is making that tuition date and paying the tuition. So
she's lying, guys. Most of these women, they spend all this money on their lifestyle along with being in school. So she took out the maximum amount to go on trips, pay her car payment, buy clothes, go out to eat. That's how most of these broads get so far in debt.
So you just signed. That's how it gets to where it is. You just signed because you have to do what you have to do in that moment in order to accomplish your goals. And that's what I did. And I'm being shamed for that. Y'all are shaming a nurse, okay, for doing what she had to do in order to help people. That's crazy.
And they're shaming you because you expect, once again, other people, including the taxpayers, to help you pay off your debt. Most of these women do. That's her mindset. I guarantee it, guys. That's why these women put themselves in so much debt. I keep saying it. And how's she going to pay off $95,000? How? As a nurse. Nurses' salaries are front-loaded, about $60,000, but they top off at about $90,000. 95. You don't meet a lot of nurses making, any more than a little over six figures, and that's throughout their entire career. Guys, she's cooked. Come on now.
Now, this question wasn't directed towards me, but I feel like I should share my debt story, and I should share with y'all how much debt I'm actually in. I have 2 credit cards that I kind of got behind in paying, which comes to a total of $2,461.
So she's already behind on credit cards.
My car loan, I have about $9,370 remaining on that. And my undergrad, I took out about $36,000 in loans. And for my master's degree, that took me about like $70,000 in loans, which brings me to a grand total of $117,839.
$117,000.
Jesus H. Christ.
Now, I put a comment on this TikTok asking her what her degrees are in. And guys, what do you think her degrees are in? Because what are the 7 degrees I always say that women get that aren't worth the paper they're printed on? Say them with me, guys. Psychology, sociology, social work, criminal justice, some kind of studies degree, so gender studies, education, and communications. What'd she get hers in? She got her bachelor's degree in youth development and her master's degree in early childhood education. Told you guys. Does Doug if you ain't know what he's talking about or what? Come on, you gotta give me credit. She's cooked. $117,000, and she can't be more than like 28 or 29 years old. Cooked.
I'm okay with my debt. I've accepted my debt. And I know I have to handle it one step at a time. Right now, I am focused on paying off my car loan and paying my student loans. I'll get myself out of credit card debt. I'm not really worried about that. But I am worried about spreading awareness to y'all, okay? This is not a joke. We need to be living frugal.
Yeah, and I'm going to give her a round of applause for the reflection at the end. You did see a lot of self-reflection and awareness with a lot of these women on my student loan debt videos, particularly B-dubs. But she has a long way to go. A tall hill to climb. $117,000 in her 20s. Yikes.
I'm an orthodontist, and let's go over how much I owe in student loans while I do my makeup in like 5 minutes. Okay, so basically I did 10 years of school, 4 of undergrad, 4 of dental school, and 2 in residency. So basically my undergrad, I played volleyball in college and I got a D1 scholarship at University of Buffalo, so my undergrad was free.
So you think, oh, her undergrad is free. She can't be in that much debt. Keep listening.
Okay, so then I went straight to dental school, and each year is $40K and then like $20K to live on. Okay, I did get a few scholarships. My dad actually paid for my first year out of pocket, and then I got a scholarship the second year that covered the year of tuition. I think I used too much Rare Beauty. Okay, then I paid for everything else after that. Okay, so I finished dental school with $290,000 in debt.
$290,000 in debt from freaking dental school. And she's not even done yet, guys. Keep listening.
Okay, and then I went on to residency, which people I think we get paid in residency. We actually don't get paid at all. We pay to be there. And that was basically $20K a year for schooling, and then basically my mom paid for me to live. So at the end, I owe the government $330,000.
$330,000 in loans to the government, and her bachelor's degree was on scholarship. And she keeps going, guys. Watch.
And I owe my mom $50K. For a grand total of $380,000.
$380,000. That's 2 houses in certain states. That's a kid. It costs $380,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18 in the United States right now. She literally has a kid in student loans. No one is stopping these women. Nobody. She just went because I'm going to be an orthodontist. Woohoo, look at me. She's never paying this off. Ever. Ever. I had a friend who's an orthodontist, and only way he paid off his student loans, he was $200,000 in student loan debt in the 2000s. He signed a contract for some small town in Alaska for 2 years or 3 years to be an orthodontist there, and they paid off his student loans. So she could do that. He said it was a long 2 years, so odds are, women aren't willing to make a sacrifice, but that's an option for her.
Have a great day. It's been a year since I recorded that. Update on that. I owe the government now $306,000 and I owe my mom a little less than like $40,000. Maybe I'll do this every year and update you guys.
So she's paying off her debt. Good for her. Good for her. But that's a $380,000, guys. The average professional woman you meet that has a master's degree is about $99,000 in student loan debt. Average woman has about $38,000 to $40,000 in student loan debt out of undergrad. Student loan debt is a gendered issue, guys. You got to have this conversation with the woman if you're going to get serious. Ask her about her car loans. If she owns a house, is she upside down on her mortgage? Her student loans. Have this conversation, guys. Your mental, emotional, and monetary health are at stake. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.